to another episode of Hackers Misadventures in Scale Modeling. Today we'll be looking at Cooper State Models 1/32 scale Cauldron G.III. So let's open the box and see what we have. Alright, so let's see what we got in the box. At least they packaged it up good. Of course, the top is the bottom and the bottom is the top. Oh well. See? That's a great looking model. That's a great looking picture. Okay, so let's see what's on the inside. Well, they don't have it taped shut, so we should be able to get in. Now this is a pre-ordered model, so let's see what we got in the inside. They make darn good boxes here. I like their boxes. Got a nice picture on the front. And we open her up and voila, plastic. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I'll get rid of this box and see what we got here for sprues. Well, first of all, we have a nice instruction sheet. Now, I like their instruction sheets too, because it gives you the old feeling, like how they would make aircraft maintenance manuals and that back then. You get a nice history telling you about the people who ran the company and what came about for the G.II and the G.III. We turn the page and we got the parts layout. We have our colors. And I'm not too sure what they're using for color reference here. They'll probably tell me someplace along the line. You get a decal sheet, a little bit of clear, and some PE harnesses, which probably in the end I probably replaced with something from HGW or someone else. So let's see what we got here. It starts off with your yoke, how to wire it, and then you put your, it looks like your front on. Let's see. You get all this. I'm not too sure. That's probably fuel. What's that thing? Painting for radio equipment. Oh, radio equipment. Battery box. Transmitter. Like this plane was built when? It was first built on September 4th, 1914 to September 15th, 1924. That's not a bad run. Phantoms ran longer than that, but hey, let's not cut. We're cutting hairs here. Anyways, it gives you a wiring diagram for your battery, where your battery goes. Is there surveillance equipment? Nice seat. You get a seat. Oh, well, we'll work it out. We got one seat. Probably got two seats here. You have to have two seats. Oh, okay. I see what it is. That's the radio operator seat, and the pilot sits there, I think. I don't know. We'll go further down the road here, because I'm not too familiar with this aircraft, so bear with me. So that's the back, because this is the front. So that's a pusher polar. It's a polar plane. Okay. So that's the other seat. Oh, okay. I see how that goes. Okay. This is interesting. Never seen a seat arrangement like this. It goes in the back. There's the pilot seat, goes in the back. Okay. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this aircraft, so to build it, I'm going to delve into some little bit of research. You got your PE belts there. Okay. Got the lower wing. Struts. More struts. Got all these struts. That's the only thing about building some of these World War I planes is a lot of struts and rigging, which, you know, I enjoy it. I don't mind it. Putting the upper wing together, then putting on top of the struts. Adding lacing detail, that's interesting. We'll have to look at the wing to see where that is. There's not much really. This is not a very sophisticated plane. Most of the work is like in the wiring here, or the rigging, sorry. That is 2 bombs. Okay. What kind of bombs are they? They'll tell me. 2 90mm aerial bombs. Oh, okay. And then we got this here that you got to put together. This is why I want to try this one. I've never built one like this. The flaps comes the elevators come separate. The flaps come separate. Or are they separate? No, they're not separate. I don't think they're separate. Doesn't say so. Oh, we'll see when we look in the package. Gives you the rigging for the rudders. The rigging for the elevators. And all the rigging that goes in between everything. Like, I'm glad they do it in pieces and showing you in red, or the red ones go compared to the rest of them. And that helps. It's not like the old days. These new instructions that they came up with. I think the wings first came up with these type of instructions. I'll have to see. Anyways, we have our engine. What kind of Lerone 9C 80 horsepower aerial engine. Okay. We'll have to look to see. But you assemble the engine, tells you what you painted, how it goes on there, the cowling, you put the, this is part of the landing gear. This is the way they used to make them at first. In case the wheels didn't work, they could still slide on the ground. You get 2 wheels on each side of that and your propeller. Now the basic color is just your straight up linen. There's no no PC10 or anything like that. Straight up linen. Now I have to see who's making. There's looking some new paints out, so I'm gonna have to see who's making a linen these days. And that's about it. Okay, so let's take a look. Take a look at what we got for sprue. They're all individually wrapped, which is nice. That there, don't want to lose my PE parts. This is really nice. You got nice underside detail, nice and cockpit detail. Look at the foaming. Look at the seat. Look at the. If I can get it high enough without distorting. Look at the detail in the pilot's seat. Nice throttle control. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy building this. It looks like a quick, simple kit. Here's the engine. Let's have a look at the engine. I'm not doing it in any particular order. I'm just doing it as it comes off the pile, so I'll have to rebag everything later. Let's see what the... Looks like they got some really nice cooling fins there. If I can get the light to show. Can I get it closer without it distorting? Look at the cooling fins on that thing. Nice rivet, nuts and bolts detail too. There's the tops of the cylinders. Always look at those engines because I like good cooling fins on an aerial engine. That way they can take the weathering, like once you paint the basic color that the engine was, then you can do oils. You can stain it up with oils and dirts and that, and it'll show up better. Let's have a look at this here. The top of the top wings. Again, I like the detail on that. Look at that. I mean, it's not a very sophisticated aircraft, so I'm not expecting a lot of parts, but there's enough parts here to make it interesting. Here's the rudder. You get 2 packages, 2 sprues the same. It makes sense because you got double of everything. Just make one mold and punch out 2 per kit. So obviously it's got nice subtle, if I can get it in the light, you see the nice subtle ribbing under the rudder and the linen covering. That looks great. I'm looking at the wheels and you can just barely see the spokes under the cover that they they put on them. I don't know if they would. I have to look, but sometimes having them without the covers and just the spokes makes it more interesting. Got nice detail. Sprue gates are not. The sprue gates on them are not that thick, so it's easy clean up. There's the one boom, and there's the other boom. They're both the same, so you know, just put it together. But that looks great. And the last one here. Is got a nice cowling. Look at that cowling. No ejection pins in any of the parts. Well, you know, you got ejection pins there, but those ones are out of sight. But there's none on the inside of these parts, none on here, which is nice. You don't have to do a lot of cleanup. We've come a long ways in models since the early days. So we'll just put some of this back later. Okay, so I'm not going to take this out because the parts are so small, but it looks like an observation. It looks like an observation window and the windscreen for the pilot. And it's really clear. I'm looking at it. And it's really clear. Now, PE parts got buried here. As you can see, it's just, oh, there's no instrument panel in this, so you got PE parts for belts, and I think a couple of, it looks like a little bit of interior detail. This must go along the inside of the cowling or inside the cockpit area. We'll have to see when we build it. And last but not least, decals. Decals can make or break a model. That's for sure. So these are printed by Cardiograph. So they're really, they're really nice. There's very little film around the outside. Interesting personal markings. I don't know which one I would do. I have to figure it out. But there's not a whole lot of markings or anything on this thing. It looks like some couple of gauges. This is a French plane. We'll do a French plane. So that's it. I'm really going to look forward to building this when I finally get this room done. Anyways, put this all back. And I hope you enjoyed it. I have another review coming up. I've got my Arma Hobbies 1/72nd scale P51. That just came today too. So we'll have a look at that. I'm really interested in seeing that one. I heard that rumor has it that they're going to do a Lag 3, which I would be interested in doing in 1/72nd scale. And another interesting thing that's come out of late is that the Revell is replacing their old 1/32nd scale Hawker Hurricane Mark II with a brand new mold. That I want. I also found out that ICM is bringing out 2 versions of a 1/32 scale yak and 2 scales of a Japanese Army Sally, which I would be interested in building. So things are looking up this year. Other rumor is that I'll have to check. We'll find out in a Revel's post or monogram. Tells you how late night it is and how tired I am. I can't even get my model company straight. How I hear that Airfix is doing a 1/48 scale Bristol Bulldog. Now that would be interesting to build. I'm not a 1/48 scale fan, but you know, I'm open. I'm easy. You give me the kit, I'll build it. Okay, so we'll finish up and have a good evening, and we'll see you again later. And thank you. And remember, support me on my Rumbles channel and on my Locals channel. And also, you can follow me on Hackers Misadventures and Scale Modeling on Facebook. So until later, just remember, every build is an adventure, so go make it awesome. And good night.